So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? Well, we are back to our Bordeaux series. Have you been following our past videos? We talk about Grand Cru Class A, and we identify a chateau that we feel we want to talk about the past, the present, and the future. And today we are zeroing in on a property. It's called Chateau Branaire Ducru, one of my favorites in all of Saint-Julien. This is actually the second wine, which is called Duluc de Branaire. But if you're not familiar with Saint-Julien, I always break out the map here and we identify the area of Saint-Julien right here. So you can see the arrow cutting right across into this blue area right here. You have the River Giron, and what I call Saint-Julien, the most fabulous area of undoubtedly, incredible properties. But we did want to highlight this property today. We wanted to talk about its past as we zoom in a little bit and show you the actual property that is right there. And one of the things I wanted to showcase too is my book here. I've had this book for over 25 years. It identifies all the properties in Saint-Julien. It's written by Bernard Ginestez. If nobody knows Bernard Ginestez, that was from the famous Ginestez family who were negociants in Bordeaux. That family at one time also owned Chateau Margaux prior to today's ownership. But they wrote all of these books concerning different appellations on the left bank, especially left bank, and this one is Saint-Julien. But we can highlight, and you can see Chateau Branaire Ducru right there. It's got a very interesting history. The owners of, the original owner was Jean-Baptiste Branaire, and Jean-Marie Branaire actually bought this property because at one time Bechevel owned that whole land that was encompassing many chateaus because they ran against some money problems. They had to pay some debts off. They actually sold that parcel to Branaire, who actually bought that in 1680 to create what is called Chateau Branaire. The Ducru came later on in life, if you want to say, as an additive. But this wine was included in the classification of 1855, and it nestled in as a fourth growth. And the wine today is one of the top, I say top wines, and not always too expensive. Flies under the radar, for a Saint-Julien fourth growth. These wines will usually nestle in under $150 a bottle, if depending on the vintage. And of course, this Duluc is an absolute bargain. These wines come in around under $40 a bottle. But I had the privilege of going to this property 25 years ago. I was invited to taste verticals at this property. I tasted close to 15 vintages with at that time, the current owner, Patrick. And just wanted to highlight my visit there. Patrick Maroteaux was the most gracious owner that I've met in Bordeaux. At that time, he was also the president of the UGC. But he unfortunately passed away at a very young age in 2017. His son right now is running the property, and François Xavier, he's taken over. But I do have to say, we bring up the future. The 2022 is the finest Branaire Ducru they've ever made. This wine is going to hit that 97, 98 plateau. And if you are looking not to spend a tremendous amount of money on buying 22 vintage, check out the Branaire Ducru because the prices are really keen. These are wines that you can easily put away for 20, 30 years in the cellar. Again, I had a chance to taste 15 vintages, and I was amazed at the freshness and the longevity of how these wines age and age and age. It's the soil composition. It's a primarily Cabernet Sauvignon, in the cut. So that soil really enhances Cabernet Sauvignon, giving these wines power, but elegance and structure at the same time. One of my favorite properties. Check out the Duluc. If you really don't want to spend a lot of money and you're looking for Saint-Julien, this is the property where I tell everybody, buy this property. Again, this is David Kohl, the Grape Explorer, talking about great Grand Cru Class A Bordeaux.